How you feeling, Rex?
On the mend, thanks. But you didn't come here to check on me.
Sure I did. I mean, that was part of it.
But getting back to Brody, you said he needs our help?
He's facing criminal charges.
Well, yeah, he almost killed Rex.
He wasn't in his right mind.
We don't want Brody to suffer any more than he already has. It breaks our hearts, especially for my son. But he can't just walk on this.
Reason I'm here. Thought you might go the extra mile for the guy. For your boy's sake, if nothing else.
What do you want us to do?
Not you, Gigi. I doubt you can help. But Rex, that's another story.
Dr. Joplin, there you are. I've been looking all over this hospital for you.
Is there something I can do for you, Miss Lord?
It is Dr. Lord, and you know it.
Yes, of course. And again, I'd like to say how sorry I am.
Oh, save it. I just want to find out what you are hiding about my niece's baby Steph.
Oh, you're out of your bed. Well, you must be feeling a little better then.
A little better.
Well, what's this?
Marcy gave it to me.
That was sweet of her. It's very, very pretty.
There wasn't anything to put in it. But then here, Langston had gone to her grief counselor, and they said that it would help me if I had something of hopes to remember her by. So Langston contacted Dr. Joplin and got this lock of Hope's hair.
Oh, bless her heart for doing that. You know, you're going to be getting out of here very soon.
It'll be good for me to get out of here.
Yeah, I know. But you know, before you do, there's something I need to tell you. Something that, well, I just don't want you to hear it from anybody else.
You're scaring me.
It's about your father.
And we'll get in the car and we'll go straight home and get some ice cream too. We're just gonna go, okay?
Yeah. There's something I want you to know. How are you feeling, Jess? Guilty and ashamed. I tried to murder my sister.
Are you listening to me? I have to get out! Come on! You let me do the heavy lifting during the pregnancy, so I'm a heart now! Please! I need to know that my baby's okay!
I tried calling Dad like 3 times and he hasn't called me back.
Well, that would make a lot of sense.
Why? Is there something wrong with him?
Not physically, no.
Did he hear about my baby?
Yes, he did.
What was his reaction? Why are you acting so weird? What's going on?
Well, I'm just having a really hard time trying to figure out how to say this to you, sweetie. It's going to be very difficult for you to hear.
Okay, could you just spit it out?
All right, well, to start with, Marty Saybrook is alive.
Marty, come on, let's go.
No, not yet. I just took something to make sure I don't have a baby. That's right, there'll be no lingering after effects of the worst night that I can remember. No physical ones, anyway.
Marty, don't do that.
No, don't tell me what to do!
Would you please excuse us just for a few minutes?
Come on! Woo! Gotta be some reaction in there from what I just told you.
I feel terrible.
You wanna know how I feel?
Yes.
Hate myself. I hate myself. As much as I hate you. Oh my God. How could I have been so naive and so gullible to not see through your phony charm? I allowed myself to be misled about virtually everything. You want to know what's torturing me right now? My own damn stupidity. And while we're on the subject of torture, the idea that I could be carrying your child. Oh, that would have been enough to kill me. So there will be no child. I just took care of it. And to think, a couple of hours ago, I actually wanted to have a baby with you.
I'm sorry.
I hope your sorry eats you alive and kills you.
We're so happy to hear that the baby's okay. And that you're okay, too. That's really nice of you. I didn't think that you'd ever want to be in the same room with me after what's happened.
Your dad said that you wanted to see us.
I made him tell me what I did to you. He didn't want to, but I insisted.
What did he tell you?
That I tortured you and I left you in the basement to die.
That was Tess.
No, I told him this, and I'm going to tell you, too. I'm Tess, and I'm Jessica, so I'm responsible for what she does. And I asked you here so I could beg your forgiveness. But I don't know how you can forgive me for what I did to you if I can't forgive you for what you did to me.
Let me out! Damn it! Let me out! I need to know what happened to my baby!
Jessica? What the hell do you want now, Bess?
I will always be ashamed, devastated by what I've done. According to Dad, I tortured you. I said I wanted you to die, and then I tried to make you die.
Yes, you did all that.
You have to understand. Time stopped for me the day Nash was buried.
You came to us and you said,
I forgive you. I wasn't there to forgive you. Tess took over, and except for one brief moment.
When you stopped her from poisoning us.
Right. And then, I just wasn't there. So, for me, Nash's death is still very new. And the pain I feel, it's as if it just happened. And the anger and resentment I felt towards the two of you for your part in its accident, I still feel it.
So if nothing's changed, what are we doing here?
We have to be. When Tess said that she forgave us, I believed it. I had my sister back. Loving me, forgiving me. And then I realized that it was Tess, and there was no forgiveness. And then everything that happened to Nash kind of all came back. Nothing had been resolved. Nothing had been healed. Just like everything was just stuck in time. Because you were stuck in time. So I get what you're saying. It's like the clock's just starting for us. And we're right back where we were.
Where we were.
What do I want, Tess? First of all, I want you to stop screaming.
You did this. You did this, didn't you? You helped Jessica force her way out.
Jessica's having her own angry feelings right now. She doesn't need you.
So I'm locked back up in here?
Unless you're needed again.
Has anyone ever told you that your timing royally sucks?
Has anyone ever told you you're more trouble than you're worth?
Jessica doesn't want to know that there's anything wrong with her baby, okay? She wasn't crying.
The baby's fine, I assure you.
How the hell would you know how my baby is?
I'm not hiding anything.
Has an autopsy been done? Is there a report?
Look, this is a terrible tragedy, and
Is there an autopsy report?
the various lab results haven't come back yet. These things take time, as I'm sure you're aware, Dr. Lord.
Oh? Why would I be aware of that, or anything else for that matter? Nobody is sharing information with me. Do you know I wasn't allowed to step a foot into the morgue? Can you explain that to me?
You're no longer on staff here. Therefore, you're not allowed to poke around in the morgue or anywhere else in this hospital.
Poke this. I went to the NICU. They were a lot more forthcoming than you are being, and they said that my niece's baby never was admitted at any time to that unit. Now, can you explain why?
Cole's mother is alive. He's alive? Oh my God. Does he know?
Yeah.
Does Cole know?
Yes, he does.
He does. Oh my gosh, he must be so excited and happy. Okay, why aren't you happy, Mom? Is Cole's mom okay?
She survived the crash, and but she had some serious injuries. She had a head injury, and because of that, she lost all of her memories. So she doesn't remember anything that happened before the accident, and she doesn't remember Cole.
She doesn't remember her own son.
No.
He must be out of his mind. Yeah. To have his mom back after thinking that she was dead for so long, but then she doesn't even remember him. It's like he has her back, but he doesn't. How could something like that happen?
Well, that's where your dad comes in.
You said before that Dad did something. Did he do that to Marty?
And I'm sorry.
Because I didn't know who I was. Or who you were. I actually allowed myself to believe that I loved you.
I tried to let you go. I told you to go.
Oh, my God, you're not serious with
I
this.
know what he's saying now is that if I'd taken his dare to leave when he told me he was too good for me, that all would be well. Is that it, Todd? That it's really my fault for being a damn fool.
I just wish you'd believe me.
believe you. You expect me to ever believe a word you say, you son of a bitch! I met my son Cole this morning. Cole, ring a bell? The son you never told me I had.
Yes, I saw him this morning. He also said he wanted to kill me. I wish he had. I know it's what I deserve.
No, you deserve. It's a fate worse than death. And I'm going to spend the rest of my life trying to figure out how to deliver that to you.
Okay, why do you want to get Rex involved?
I couldn't do anything without talking to Brody's victim.
Have you talked to Brody's sister Nadine? Have you tried to reach her?
She doesn't return my calls. I left her messages letting her know that Brody's about to be released from the VA hospital, but she doesn't seem to be interested.
What happens when Brody leaves the hospital?
Well, the DA will decide how to charge him.
Will the Navy represent him?
Nope. He's no longer enlisted.
Well, if they're letting him leave the hospital, they must think he's competent to stand trial.
Doesn't have the money to hire a lawyer, so I'm afraid he's going to just get stuck with some overworked public defender.
And if he does get convicted?
Oh, he's looking at a long prison sentence.
Look, if Brody needs money...
No, look, that's not what I'm getting at.
Then what?
You're the one he shot. I came here to ask if you'd consider dropping the charges.
I shouldn't have asked you to come. It's too soon.
Well, maybe with some time, this will get easier. For all of us.
Jared, I need a moment alone with Jess.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Glad you're back, Jessica.
I see how much he loves you.
Do you see how much I love you, Jess? You'll always have my heart. You're my sister. And I'm gonna be there for you. We're gonna do this together.
Do what?
If you're ever gonna gain control over Tess for good, you can't do it alone.
I'm the one that's aware of everything that goes on in Jessica's mind. And everything in the real world. Bully for you, Bessie. I'm telling you, the baby is fine.
I don't believe a word that you say. And don't give me that crap about how you know what goes on in the real world. You don't go out. All you do is hang around here in the dark, peering down your nose at us with those stupid glasses on like we're some kind of science experiment.
I do what I have to do to be prepared in a crisis.
Don't give me that. I'm the crisis manager. You don't even go out.
Going out is vastly overrated. I have better ways to spend my time.
Oh, really? Doing what? Look, I have a life. I carried a baby for months during a pregnancy. I watched it get born.
Next time, go to a hospital.
She wasn't crying.
Maybe she had nothing to cry about.
No, all babies cry when they're born. Any moron knows that.
Maybe you passed out.
No. I waited to hear her cry. I waited to hear something, and there was nothing. There was no sound, nothing. So don't you just stand there and tell me that my baby is fine.
You know, it's my job to take care of Jessica. She's been through so much. I can't let her know that our baby died. We kill her and we can't have that. That's why you're here. To replace her baby. To give Jessica.
Why is there no autopsy report? Why is there no explanation of why that baby died? And only this frantic rush to get her to a unit where they say she never arrived.
In the first place, I did explain it. I said I didn't like the way her heart sounded.
Why wasn't she admitted to the NICU?
She was.
That's not what the nurses there are saying.
Well, it was an emergency, so maybe they didn't stop to do the paperwork and now they're covering. Or maybe you were being as rude to them as you're being to me now. Maybe you were talking down to them and they just wanted you to go away.
And is that what you want, Doctor? For me to just go away before I find out what the real cause of death for that poor baby was?
What did Dad do to Cole's mom?
Your father has been keeping Marty at his house for months.
What?
He told her enough truth about herself to get her to trust him, but he also filled her head with a bunch of lies, and he didn't tell her what he had done to her, and he didn't tell her that she had a son.
Why would he do something like that? Was it to get back at Cole?
Or me, John, I don't know. I guess anybody that hurt him. But my guess, it was just a warped attempt to undo everything that he did to Marty.
Right?
I'm thinking he believed that if he could get Marty to see him for the man that he's become, other than the man that he was, that, you know, he could just offload all of his guilt.
Oh, my God.
But it got out of hand. He somehow convinced himself that he was in love with Marty. And because Marty couldn't remember anything or didn't know her life before, she started to fall in love with him, too.
How did you think that was going to work?
Oh, Star, you know, your father, you know, he thinks anything can work if he puts his mind to it, no matter how sick or destructive it is. If John hadn't have stopped him, I'm pretty sure that your father and Marty would be long gone from Landview by now.
And to think that if John McBain hadn't found me, you and I and Star's baby would be on our way to that house in New Mexico. Living out our fake lives under deceitful, disgusting circumstances for God knows how long. Are you trying to tell me you weren't going to steal Star's baby?
Maybe he's dead.
Okay, just when I thought that more. They keep
off it. Because blow. Go.
Afraid of that.
Sweetheart. Always in it.
Cruel.
Isn't it?
Natalie.
You can't.
I do need... Yeah, I need you to look after my girls.
Of course I'll take care of them. I'll give them everything they need. Until you can be there.
Me? I'm not gonna get to raise them.
You don't know that.
Yeah, I do. I mean, I'm dangerous. Look at what poor Bree's been through already.
I was worried about her.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Tess didn't give her enough attention. God. She must have been so lonely, so scared. I mean, I know that Tess looks like me, but she knows the difference. She must have thought, who's this woman who's pretending to be my mommy, and where's my dad? She must have thought that all the time.
Hey. Kids bounce back, you know that. You know? Bree's a tough cookie. You know, I think she's a lot like her Aunt Natalie.
Yeah. Let's hope. And the baby I was carrying, I mean, God knows what risks I exposed myself to. I mean, I don't even know whether I went to my OB or not. I know I didn't go to the hospital when I was in labor.
Sharon, I begged you to just help you.
I don't remember that. I don't even remember giving birth.
Tess, I know you're anxious about the baby, but everything's fine now. Now, there was a little problem at first, but I took care of it.
What little problem?
All you need to know is the baby is fine, the situation has been righted, and everything's in place again.
No, nothing's in place. I gave birth to the baby and she wasn't crying, and Jessica came out before I made sure she was okay.
Well, doesn't that tell you something? If Jessica was able to come out and the baby's healthy, then there was no need for you anymore.
Cal, there wasn't. I gave birth to that baby. She's mine. I'm her mother.
No, that would be Jessica.
I delivered that baby. She's mine.
And if you don't let me out of here to make sure she's okay, you can kiss Jessica goodbye.
Look, Wes, I'm not pressing charges against Brody. The DA's office is doing that with or without me.
But you and I both know, I mean, it'd be a lot tougher for them without you. I mean, Brody needs help, not jail time.
But Wes, he could have killed Rex.
Okay, think about Shane for a minute. It's been hard enough for him to see Brody like he is. If Brody were to go to prison, that would hurt Shane even more. And that's the last thing we want.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Shane's been hard enough.
Then, will you go to bat for Brody? I mean, can't you talk to someone?
I'll do what I can, Wes, but I can't promise anything.
I know that. But at least you're giving Brody a fighting chance. Thank you.
Shane would never forgive me if I went after Brody. And I really want Shane to forgive me.
I owe you for this. I owe you both.
It's true that I have tried to play God with so many people's lives over the years. Yours, my daughters, your sons. Apparently God has decided to show me what he thought of that. But what you don't understand is that I thought I was doing the right thing. I never meant to hurt anyone.
This is your idea of some mea culpa, Todd. Because I think it's just a tad too late. I mean, let's look at the facts here. You did everything humanly possible to demean this woman and made maniacal plans that would have shattered the lives of several other people, including the life of your own daughter. And now you think your contrition should carry some weight? And you have the gall to put this on God, when it belongs squarely on your own two shoulders. Well, God had nothing to do with this, Todd. This, it's all you. You did it all. The autopsy itself was inconclusive. Sometimes things just cannot be explained or understood.
But we can try. Oh, we can try.
That precious baby simply was not meant to live longer than she did.
How dare you? How dare you tell me or anybody else what was meant to be? That precious baby was part of my family, and she was cheated of her life. I intend to find out what happened to that missing 45 minutes of time. And when I do, Doctor, then we're going to find out exactly what was meant to be.
I think it's time that you start having some compassion for yourself. As much compassion as you would give to anyone else who has what you have. Jess, you're not a bad person. Terrible things were done to you when you were too little to cope. But you beat this once before, and you can definitely do it again.
It doesn't have to be like this forever.
You know, when Tess came out before, she did reckless things, and mostly I had to pay the price. But then she met Nash, and she fell in love with him. She'd never been in love before. She fell in love with him so much that she changed. She fell in love with him so much that I fell in love with him too. You know, Nash was the one that made me able to accept Tess as a part of me. And now he's gone. And he's never coming back. And I did horrible things to you and Jared, and I have a daughter that's afraid of me, and I have another baby that I'm not allowed to see. So forgive me, I'm just having a hard time seeing the happy ending.
But you can have it. You can have it. Just fight like hell.
You would do that for me?
I'd still like to kick Tess's ass, but you're back. And you, Jessica, are in control now. And you can finally start to heal. Jessica is getting help now. She doesn't need you. I'm not just going to sit here. I have 2 kids out there right now, so I'm not going to let go and behave. I am going to yell and scream and make so much noise, and I'm going to cause so much trouble that Jessica will never be integrated, okay? Okay? So you let me out and make sure that my baby's okay. Can't you take my word for it?
No.
If I do let you out, it won't be for long. Just long enough to reassure Jessica that her baby's all right. Whatever you say. What are you waiting for? You're free to go.
This is wrong.
What's wrong?
You wanting to be there for me to make things work between us.
Why is that wrong?
Natalie, I tried to blow up you and Jared, and you're reaching out to me.
Jessica, I love you. You are my sister. And I know it's going to take some time to get things the way we want them to be, but I'm willing to give it all I got.
I'm so lucky to have you as my sister.
How did it go?
Well, it's not going to be easy, but things will be okay. As long as Tess never comes out again. I hope I won't regret this.
I've told you some horrible things about your father. But what I'm about to tell you is really going to throw you for a loop, so I just want you to be ready for it, and I just want to tell you that I'm sorry. Okay,
What could be worse than Dad holding Cole's mother prisoner in his own house?
Your father told Marty that you agreed to give him your baby.
What?
And that he and Marty were planning to take her out of town and live with her and raise her on their own.
How is he going to do that? Was that the reason why he was here? Because he wanted to steal my baby?
That was his plan, sweetheart. But because of what happened, he never got a chance.
What is wrong with him? Who is he?
That door you told me to walk out of? Here I go. Guard.
Marty, I really did love you.